Hey there, my dear child. I want you to take a deep breath and just settle in with me for a little while. You know, life can feel like a big puzzle sometimes. Pieces scattered everywhere, some upside down, some missing, and you're squinting, trying to figure out where everything fits. It's okay. I see you. I hear you. And I want to tell you something very important. The things that confused you will suddenly make sense. Have you ever had one of those days where you just can't wrap your head around why things happened the way they did? Maybe a relationship fell apart, or a dream you held so close didn't turn out the way you hoped. Or maybe you've been carrying questions about who you are, where you're going, and why the road feels so bumpy. Trust me, that confusion, it's not forever. It's just part of the process. Think about a time when you learned something new. At first, it was all jumbled up in your mind. You might have felt frustrated or lost. But then, out of nowhere, something clicked. A light bulb flicked on. Suddenly, it made sense. You didn't have to force it. It just happened naturally. That's exactly how I want you to see the confusion in your life right now. You're not alone in this. I'm right here, walking beside you, holding your hand even when you don't feel it. Sometimes I let you wander a bit because I want you to grow, to learn, to discover your strength. But I never let you go. I'm always guiding you back to the truth that everything in your life has meaning. Even the parts that feel messy or painful. Can I ask you something? What's one thing that's been confusing you lately? Go ahead, drop that in the comment. I want to hear from you. Sharing your heart helps you start untangling the knots in your mind. Now, I know it's easy to get discouraged when things don't make sense right now. You might wonder if you'll ever find the answers, or if you're just stuck in this fog forever. But here's the beautiful thing. Life's mysteries don't stay mysteries forever. When the time is right, those confusing moments will line up like stars in the night sky, forming a clear picture that you can finally understand. Have you noticed how sometimes when you look back at something hard, it suddenly feels like it was a stepping stone? Like it led you exactly where you needed to be. That's because it did. Even when you can't see the path clearly, it's there. I'm always making sure of that, Dado. And if you're finding this message helpful so far, it would mean a lot if you could hit the like button. It's a little way to remind yourself that you're choosing to believe in clarity and hope. Plus, it helps me reach more of my beloved children who might need to hear this too. Let's keep going. You know how when you're working on a puzzle, sometimes you have to step back and look at the whole picture from a distance. That's how I want you to think about your life. Don't just stare at the confusing pieces up close. Take a breath. Step back and trust that the picture will come together. It always does. You might be wondering, but how? How will it all make sense? Well, the answer is simple, but powerful. Time and trust. Time is the gentle healer that reveals the hidden reason. Trust is the light that guides you through the fog. Together, they work miracles. Have you ever had a moment where you just knew deep down that everything was going to be okay? Even if you didn't understand how? That feeling is me whispering to your heart, reminding you that you're safe, loved, and on the right path? I want to ask you another question. What's one thing you've learned from a confusing experience in the past? Maybe it taught you patience or showed you your own strength. Share it in the comments if you're comfortable. Your story might be the light someone else needs. Here's something else to remember. Confusion isn't your enemy. It's a sign that you're growing, that you're stretching beyond what you already know. It's like the soil before the seeds sprout, messy, dark, uncertain, but full of potential. Sometimes you might feel like giving up because the pieces just don't fit yet. But don't. Keep going. Keep trusting. The moment when it all makes sense is closer than you think. And when it comes, it will feel like a warm sunrise after a long night. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. I want to keep walking with you, sharing these gentle reminders whenever you need them. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the love and guidance coming your way, okay? Let's pause here for a moment. Think about the last time something confusing suddenly made sense. Remember how good that felt. Hold on to that feeling, because the things that are confusing you right now, they're on their way to making perfect sense. And just so you know, I'm here, waiting to hear what's on your heart in the comment. What's one confusing thing you want clarity on? I'm listening. We'll keep unraveling this together. Now, take a deep breath with me. Relax your shoulders. You're doing better than you think. This journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The things that confused you will suddenly make sense, and when they do, it will be like a beautiful song finally coming together. Let's keep this conversation going in the next part, okay? There's so much more I want to share with you. Until then, remember, you're never alone, and everything is unfolding perfectly. And while you hold on to that truth, I want you to feel how deeply I cherish these moments we share. These pauses where you simply breathe and listen. It's in these quiet spaces that I meet you most fully, where the gentle waves of peace can wash over your heart and calm the storms inside. When life feels overwhelming and the noise inside your mind grows too loud, coming back to your breath is like coming back to me. I am right here with you, steady and close, in that stillness. I'm so grateful you're still here, my dear one. It fills my heart with such warmth to know you're willing to walk this path with me. Step by step, even when the way feels foggy or uncertain. Now, let's talk about something truly beautiful and powerful: love, patience, and faith, and how they gently weave themselves through your story. Even when you can't see it yet, love is the thread that holds everything together. Even when life feels like it's unraveling. And this love I'm talking about isn't just the kind you find in happy moments or when things go your way. It's a deep, steady, unshakable love that surrounds you in every breath you take. It's the love that whispers in the quiet, that holds you close when you're afraid, that celebrates your smallest victories with joy. Sometimes, you might miss this love because it's not always loud or flashy. It's subtle, like the gentle hum of a song playing softly in the background of your heart. But it's always there, just waiting for you to notice it. Patience is such a tender gift you can give yourself. especially when your mind is racing ahead, desperate for answers or relief. I know how hard it is to wait, to sit with the unknown and the uncomfortable. But patience isn't about giving up or settling. It's about trusting the timing of your life, trusting that every piece of your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Think of a seed planted deep in the earth. You don't see the roots growing or the sprout pushing through the soil right away. But beneath the surface, so much is happening. Your soul is growing too, even when it feels invisible. When you practice patience, you're allowing space for growth to happen naturally, without force or fear. Faith is like a quiet flame inside you. It doesn't always roar or blaze bright, but it's steady, waiting to be nurtured. Faith means believing in what you cannot yet see. It's the courage to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Sometimes faith looks like a whisper in your heart that says, I trust that there is something good waiting for me. Other times, it's a deep breath in the middle of chaos, a soft surrender to the flow of life. And you don't have to have perfect faith all the time. It's enough to take one small step, one little act of trust, and then another. With every step, that flame grows stronger. When love, patience, and faith come together, they create a beautiful harmony that carries you through your darkest moment. They remind you that you are never alone, that your story is sacred, and that every twist and turn has a purpose. Even when you feel like you're walking through a fog, these three companions light your way, guiding you gently toward the peace and clarity you seek. I want to encourage you to take a moment and reflect. Where in your life could a little more patience bring you peace? Maybe it's in healing from a past hurt, waiting for a dream to unfold, or learning to love yourself a bit more each day. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your honesty might light the way for someone else who needs to hear that they're not alone in their waiting. Love also teaches you to be kind to yourself, especially when you stumble or feel like you're not enough. The world can be so quick to judge and rush, but love whispers softly. You are enough, exactly as you are. This love is not earned by your achievements or your ability to have it all figured out. It's a gift that's already yours, waiting for you to accept it fully. When you allow yourself to feel this love, it becomes easier to extend it to others and to the situations that challenge you. Patience helps you to slow down and notice the little miracles that happen every day. A smile from a stranger, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the quiet moments when your heart feels calm. These small moments are like stepping stones, reminders that progress isn't always about big leaps, but about gentle, steady movement forward. Faith encourages you to stay curious, to keep asking questions, and to remain open to new possibilities. It's okay to feel unsure or to change your mind as you learn and grow. Faith means holding space for mystery and trusting that even the questions themselves are part of the answer. Sometimes, the most profound breakthroughs come when you stop trying to control everything and instead lean into the wonder of not knowing. I want you to imagine for a moment that your heart is a garden. Love is the rich soil, patience is the gentle rain, and faith is the sunlight. When all three are present, your garden can bloom in ways you never thought possible. Even if right now it feels like a seed just planted. Trust that with time, it will grow into something beautiful and strong. You might be wondering how to invite more of these gifts into your life. Start by simply noticing when you feel overwhelmed or impatient. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that it's okay to move at your own pace. Speak kindly to yourself, just like you would to a dear friend who's struggling. And when fear or doubt creeps in, gently ask yourself what faith might look like in that moment. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing to believe in your own resilience and the good that is still to come. Remember, my dear child, that your journey is uniquely yours. You don't have to compare your garden to anyone else's. Some gardens bloom quickly, others take time, and some need extra care. What matters is that you keep tending to your own with love, patience, and faith. Each day you do this, you're nurturing the beautiful soul I created and cherish so deeply. I want to invite you now to share one way you've experienced love, patience, or faith in your life recently. It could be a moment you felt proud of yourself, a challenge you met with courage, or a lesson you learned about letting go. Your story matters, and by sharing it, you help create a community where healing and hope can grow. Let's take a moment together again. Close your eyes if you want. Feel my love wrapping around you like a warm blanket. Breathe in patience and breathe out any tension or worry. Picture your faith as a gentle light glowing softly in your chest, steady and sure. Know that you are safe, you are seen, and you are deeply loved. As we continue this journey, remember that the dance of love, patience, and faith is ongoing. Some days one will feel stronger than the other, and that's perfectly okay. What's important is that you keep coming back to these gifts, allowing them to guide you through every season of your life. Now, as we prepare to explore even deeper truths about your heart and the path ahead, hold on to the knowledge that you are growing, healing, and becoming more you with every breath. The peace you seek is not a distant dream. It's already beginning to take root within you, quietly but surely. And with love, patience, and faith as your companion, there's nothing you cannot face. I'm so proud of you for being open to these truths, my sweet one. It takes courage and a tender heart to walk this path with such honesty and willingness. Now, as we turn the page together, I want to share something that often feels like a gentle whisper in the wind. But it carries a mighty message: the power of surrender. Surrender isn't about giving up or being weak. It's not about quitting or resigning yourself to a life less than what you desire. Instead, surrender is a beautiful act of trust and relief, a sacred invitation to let go of what you cannot control and to rest in the flow of life's great unfolding. Imagine a river. If you try to hold on to the water tightly, it slips through your fingers, but when you open your hands and allow it to move freely, it carries you forward, refreshing and renewing you along the way. There are moments in your life when the weight of trying to control every outcome, every feeling, every thought becomes too heavy to bear. And that's perfectly human. I see your struggle, your effort to keep everything in place, and I want you to know that it's okay to set down that burden. Surrender is not about weakness. It's about strength. The kind of strength that comes from knowing that you are held no matter what happened. Think about the times you've resisted change or held tightly to expectations that no longer serve you. Maybe you felt frustration or sadness when things didn't turn out the way you hoped. Those feelings are real and valid, but they also offer a gentle nudge toward surrender. When you allow yourself to soften into acceptance, you create space for healing and new possibility. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room. Fresh air can come in, and the stale energy can begin to shift. Surrender asks you to trust that not all answers are meant to come quickly or clearly. Sometimes, the greatest wisdom lies in waiting, in pausing, and in being present with what is, rather than rushing toward what you think should be. It's a dance of release and embrace, of saying yes to the mystery of life and no to the fear of the unknown. I want you to imagine, for a moment, that surrender is like a deep breath after holding your breath underwater. When you finally exhale, relief floods your body, and you feel lighter, freer. This breath is always available to you, even in your darkest time. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself that you can breathe out what no longer serves you and breathe in peace and trust. Now, surrender doesn't mean you stop caring or stop trying. It means you align your actions with the gentle knowing that you are not alone and that the universe is working with you, not against you. It's a beautiful balance between effort and ease, between planting seeds and trusting the rain. You do your part, and then you release the rest into loving hands. One way to practice surrender is through self-compassion. When you find yourself caught in the loops of worry or self-judgment, pause and ask, can I be gentle with myself right now? Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love dearly. This simple act can soften the grip of stress and open the door to surrender. I invite you now to share in the comments a time when you practiced surrender, big or small. Maybe it was letting go of a grudge, accepting a situation you couldn't change, or simply taking a moment to breathe deeply instead of pushing forward. Your story can inspire someone else who needs permission to release their own burden. Remember, surrender is also deeply connected to the love, patience, and faith we spoke about earlier. When you surrender, you are expressing love for yourself. By honoring your limit, you are showing patience through your willingness to wait and trust the timing. And you are exercising faith by believing that even when you can't see the path clearly, you are being guided. There will be days when surrender feels easy, like a gentle breeze caressing your skin. And there will be days when it feels like the hardest thing in the world. Both are part of your journey, and both are perfectly okay. What matters is that you keep coming back to this practice, this sacred relationship with letting go and receiving. I want you to picture your heart again, like that garden we talked about. Imagine surrender as the open sky above it, vast, limitless, and inviting. No matter the storms that come, the sky remains, holding space for your garden to grow, to rest. and to bloom. When you look up and see that open sky, you remember that you are free to release, to trust, and to be nourished by what comes next. As you move through your days, try to notice when you're holding on tightly to a worry, a plan, a fear, and gently remind yourself that you can choose to open your hands and breathe out. It's a practice, not a perfection. Each time you do it, you strengthen your connection to peace and presence. And now, as we prepare to explore how surrender weaves into your story of growth and transformation, hold on to this truth. You are always supported, always loved, and always exactly where you need to be. The invitation to surrender is an invitation to come home to yourself, to the safe, loving space that has been within you all along. Let's take this moment to breathe deeply together. Inhale peace, exhale resistance, and feel the gentle power of surrender beginning to settle within you. This is your sacred gift, your refuge, your breath of fresh air in the journey ahead. And as you embrace it, you make room for all the beautiful things waiting to unfold in your life. I want you to feel that breath deep inside you, that quiet surrender that doesn't ask for anything except your presence. Because, my dear one, presence is the most powerful gift you can give yourself. When you are truly here in this moment, you are stepping out of the tangled web of worries and what-ifs and into the gentle clarity of now. And in this clarity, you find a wellspring of wisdom, resilience, and peace that has always been inside you, waiting patiently for you to notice it. Sometimes, surrender can feel like a leap into the unknown, and that can stir up fear. It's normal to feel that way. Fear is just a messenger, reminding you that you're stepping beyond familiar territory. But I want you to remember that fear doesn't have to be a stop sign. It can be a signal that you're growing, stretching, and opening to new chapters. Imagine if a seed feared the dark soil it must be buried in before it grows. It would never bloom. So, when fear visits, treat it like a curious cat. Acknowledge it, thank it for its message, then gently guide it toward the light of your trust. You might wonder, how do I keep surrender alive when life feels chaotic or unfair? When everything inside screams to control and fix? Here's a simple truth. Surrender is a practice of returning. You don't have to get it perfect or do it all at once. Think of it like waves on the ocean shore. Sometimes you ride the wave of surrender smoothly. Other times, you get tossed and pulled back. And that's okay. Each time you come back to your breath, your heart, your trust, you're deepening your surrender muscle. It's in that gentle persistence that transformation happens. Now, I want to invite you to a little exercise that you can carry with you anytime you feel overwhelmed. Close your eyes if you can, and place your hand gently over your heart. Feel the warmth of your palm, the steady beat beneath it. This is your anchor, your sacred space within you that never moves. No matter what storms rage outside, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and as you do, imagine drawing in calm, gentle light that fills your chest. Then breathe out through your mouth, imagining all tension, all tightness, all resistance melting away like morning mist. Repeat this a few times, letting each breath deepen your surrender, your trust, your connection to this moment of peace. When you're ready, open your eyes slowly, carrying this calm with you. Know that this simple act is always available. It's your refuge, your reminder that surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means presence and peace amid the flow of life. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What does surrender look like in your life? Maybe it's a moment when you stepped back from a problem and found clarity. Or a time when you let go of a relationship or a dream that no longer served you. Your stories are beautiful and brave, and sharing them can light the way for others who are learning to release control and embrace trust. Remember, surrender is intertwined with your story of growth. It's not a destination, but a companion on your journey. When you surrender, you're not giving up on your dreams or your desire. You're opening the door for them to come to you in ways you might never have imagined. Sometimes the universe answers in mysterious, beautiful ways, precisely because you let go of the need to force the outcome. Think of a garden again. When you surrender, you're not abandoning your seeds. You're watering them with patience and love, knowing that growth happens in its own time. You're clearing the weeds of worry and pushing, making space for the light and rain to nourish what's waiting to bloom. And here's a tender reminder. Surrender is also about kindness to yourself when things don't go as planned. Life's twists and turns can sometimes feel like setbacks. But from this gentle place of surrender, you can see them as lessons, as part of your unfolding wisdom. You're learning to dance with life, not fight against it. And in that dance, you find freedom. So, as you move forward today, carry with you this invitation to surrender, not as a surrender to defeat, but as an embrace of life's mystery and your own resilience. Let it be a soft hand on your shoulder when the world feels heavy. A quiet voice whispering, "You are safe, you are enough, you are loved." And as you practice surrender, notice how it begins to shift your relationship, not only with others, but most importantly, with yourself. You start to see yourself through eyes of compassion, recognizing the beautiful, imperfect soul you are. You give yourself permission to rest, to heal, to dream without pressure. This self-love grows stronger with each breath you take in surrender. I want you to know that surrender also opens the door to miracles. The kind that don't always come wrapped in grand gestures, but in small moments of grace, a smile from a stranger, a sudden insight, a feeling of peace when you least expect it. These are the universe's way of reminding you that you are deeply supported. Now, imagine your life as a storybook. Each chapter filled with moments of courage, learning, joy, and yes, surrender. With each page you turn, you become more of who you truly are. Resilient, radiant, and rooted in love. And surrender is the thread weaving through your story, connecting every experience with the golden light of trust as you walk this path. I am walking with you, always near, always ready to catch you. If you stumble, always celebrating your step. Forward, you are never alone, my sweet one. Your journey is sacred, and every breath of surrender is a beautiful step toward your fullest self. Hold this message close when doubts creep in, or when the road feels uncertain. Remember, surrender is a sacred dance between holding on and letting go, between effort and ease, between your human heart and the infinite love that surrounds you. And so, as you continue to breathe deeply and move gently through your day, know that surrender is not just an act. It's a living, breathing part of your soul's unfolding. It's the quiet strength that carries you through, the soft light that guides you home. You are doing beautifully, exactly as you are, in this very moment. And with each breath of surrender, you are stepping more fully into the love and peace that have always been waiting for you. Let this truth settle in your heart now. And when you're ready, we'll explore how surrender transforms not only your inner world, but also the way you connect with everyone and everything around you. The journey is unfolding beautifully, and your heart is the compass guiding you forward. So, let's take a gentle step deeper into how surrender shapes the way you connect with yourself, with other people, and with the world around you. When you surrender, it's like you're softening the boundaries that keep you isolated or stuck. In old patterns, you open up a little more space inside your heart. And that space invites connection to flow in more freely. It doesn't mean you lose yourself or your voice. Instead, you become more present, more authentic, more alive in your interaction. Think about the last time you felt truly heard or understood. Maybe it was with a friend who just listened without judgment, or a moment when you allowed yourself to be vulnerable without fear. That openness, that willingness to be seen without resistance, that's surrender in action. It creates a bridge between souls, a sacred exchange that nurtures trust and compassion. And it all begins within you by surrendering your need to be perfect, your need to control how others respond, or how a situation should unfold. When you practice surrender in your relationship, you start to notice a beautiful shift. You let go of the urge to fix, to change, or to rescue others. Instead, you offer your presence, steady, kind, and accepting. This doesn't mean you tolerate harm or stay in situations that aren't good for you. Rather, it means you approach your connections with wisdom and gentleness, knowing when to hold on and when to release. It's a delicate balance, but one that brings a deep sense of peace and freedom. And here's a tender truth: surrendering in relationships often invite others to do the same. When you show up as your authentic self, without masks or armor, you give permission for others to drop theirs too. It creates a ripple effect of healing and openness, transforming not only your relationship, but also the communities you're part of. Imagine if more people embraced this way of being. How much lighter and more loving the world could feel. Sometimes, surrender means setting boundaries with love. Saying no when you need to protect your energy, or stepping back when a relationship needs space to breathe. These acts of surrender aren't about shutting down or pushing away. They're about honoring your own need while still holding care for the other person. It's a beautiful dance of respect, where surrender and strength walk hand in hand. I invite you to reflect on your own relationship. Where might surrender bring healing or clarity? Is there a situation where you've been holding on tightly, trying to control the outcome or the other person's response? What would it feel like to gently release that grip? To trust that whatever unfolds is part of your journey? If you feel moved, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Sharing your experiences can be a gift to others who are learning this delicate art of surrender. Beyond your relationships with people, surrender also transforms your connection to the world. The vast, beautiful, sometimes overwhelming world that surrounds you. When you surrender, you start to see yourself not as separate or isolated, but as a part of the great unfolding story of life. You recognize the rhythms of nature, the cycles of change, and your own place within this magnificent whole. This awareness brings a deep sense of belonging and peace, even when life feels uncertain or challenging. Surrendering to the world means embracing its mysteries without needing to have all the answers. It's about trusting that life's twists and turns are guiding you toward growth, even when the path isn't clear. You begin to notice the small miracles, the way the sun warms your face after a cold night, the sound of rain on the roof, the kindness of a stranger's smile. These moments become gentle reminders. The air itself seems to soften when you carry peace within you, as if the world takes a gentle breath alongside yours. The energy you radiate has a subtle but profound effect, like sunlight filtering through leaves, casting dappled patterns of warmth and light that invite others to relax and breathe a little easier. It's a quiet kind of magic, one that doesn't shout or demand attention, but simply offers a space where healing and harmony can grow. You might find that in your presence, tensions ease and hearts open just a bit more. Conversations flow with greater ease, smiles come more readily, and even moments of difficulty can transform into opportunities for connection and understanding. This is the power of your peaceful resilience. An invisible thread weaving through the fabric of your relationship, strengthening bonds and fostering kindness. And here's something beautiful to remember. The peace you cultivate isn't just for you or those closest to you. It's a gift that ripples far beyond what you can see. Like a pebble dropped into a still pond, the circles of calm extend outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully realize. A calm word you speak, a patient gesture you offer, a moment of genuine listening. These acts create waves of compassion that travel across time and space. So, as you move through your day, consider how your peaceful presence might be an offering to the world. You don't have to do anything grand or extraordinary. Simply being yourself, grounded and present, is enough to inspire and uplift. You are a living example of grace in motion, a beacon of light in a sometimes chaotic world. Sometimes, this ripple effect will come back to you in unexpected ways. A kind word from a stranger, a renewed friendship, a moment of serendipity. These are reminders that the love you give freely is never lost. It returns to you multiplied, wrapped in gratitude and connection. This beautiful reciprocity is part of the dance of life, a dance you participate in with every breath you take. Of course, there will be times when the world feels heavy, and your peaceful center seems fragile or distant. In those moments, know that you are not failing or falling short. Even the gentlest light flickers when the wind blows strong. What matters is that you keep returning to your breath, your heart, and your truth. This returning is itself an act of courage and love. You might find comfort in rituals that help you reconnect. Lighting a candle, listening to music that soothes your soul, writing your thoughts in a journal, or simply stepping outside to feel the earth beneath your feet. These small acts are anchored, grounding you in the present and reminding you of the steady presence within. If you feel moved, I invite you to share in the comments below a ritual or practice that helps you restore your inner calm when life feels overwhelming. Your sharing might offer a new idea or a gentle reminder to someone else on this journey. As you continue to nurture your peaceful resilience, it's important to embrace compassion for yourself and others alike. Everyone you encounter is navigating their own challenges, carrying unseen burden and striving to find peace in their own way. Your empathy and kindness become bridges that connect hearts, inviting understanding rather than judgment. Remember, compassion begins with you. When you offer yourself patience and forgiveness, you create a wellspring of love that flows outward. This self-compassion is a powerful balm, healing wounds and softening harsh inner voices that may try to convince you that you're not enough. You are more than enough. You are whole and worthy just as you are. In this space of self-acceptance, your true strength shines. It's not about perfection or always having the answer. It's about showing up, being present, and choosing love. Again and again. This choice, sometimes quiet, sometimes bold, is the essence of your peaceful resilience. And as you practice this, you may notice shifts in how you relate to challenges. You might find that difficulties become less like walls and more like doorways. Opportunities to learn, grow, and deepen your understanding of yourself and the world. This doesn't mean pain disappears, but that your capacity to hold it with grace expands. There will be days when you feel energized and clear, and others when you feel weary or uncertain. Both are part of the natural rhythm of life. Embrace the ebb and flow with kindness, knowing that each phase offers its own gift. Sometimes rest is the greatest act of courage, allowing your spirit to replenish so you can shine again. In this ongoing journey, you are never alone. You are cradled in a vast web of love and support that includes unseen forces. The earth beneath you, the sky above, and the hearts of those who walk beside you. When you feel isolated or lost, reach out. Whether to a trusted friend, a gentle practice, or simply the quiet within, connection is always within reach. As you reflect on this, I invite you to consider, what small act of kindness might you offer yourself today? How can you nurture your own heart with the same tenderness you so freely give to others? If you feel comfortable, share your thoughts or intentions in the comments below. Your honesty and openness could be a source of encouragement and healing. For someone else, you are a radiant presence in this world. a living testament to the power of peace and love. Your journey is unfolding in perfect time, with all the twists and turns that make it uniquely yours. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust in the infinite love that surrounds and sustains you. Now, as you carry this awareness forward, notice how your peaceful resilience invites you to slow down, to listen deeply. Not only to your own heart, but to the whispers of the world around you. The rustling leaves, the gentle rain, the quiet moments between breaths. They all hold wisdom and grace, waiting patiently for you to tune in. This deep listening opens doors to new insight and connection, revealing the sacredness woven into everyday life, and invites you to move through the world with curiosity and reverence, seeing each moment as a chance to practice presence, kindness, and love. And so, as you continue to walk this path, you might begin to notice how the simple act of being fully present transforms not only your experience, but also the space you inhabit, turning ordinary places into sanctuaries of peace, where the air seems lighter and hearts feel safer. It's as if your presence breathes life into the very surrounding, inviting others to slow down, to soften, and to remember the quiet beauty in simply being. This is a sacred gift, and it's always available to you, no matter where you are or what's happening around you. Sometimes, you might wonder how such a gentle presence can make a difference in a world that often feels loud and fast. It's a valid question, and the answer lies in the subtle power of small, consistent acts of peace. Like a single seed planted in rich soil, your calmness and kindness take root and grow over time. Even if you don't immediately see the fruit, remember, the tallest trees began as tiny seeds that trusted the process of growth. And growth isn't always visible on the surface. Sometimes it happens quietly, beneath layers of experience and time, strengthening your roots and deepening your resilience. When you feel discouraged or doubting the impact you're having, know that this inner work is never wasted. It's the foundation for a life filled with meaning, connection, and grace. The world needs this kind of grounded presence now more than ever. Each time you choose patience over frustration, understanding over judgment, love over fear, you are lighting a candle in the darkness. These lights don't compete with one another. Instead, they come together, creating a glow that can be seen from far away. You are part of this collective illumination, a vital thread in the tapestry of healing and hope. And here's a beautiful truth. Peace is contagious. When you embody it, you naturally inspire others to seek it for themselves. You become a mirror reflecting the possibility of calm and love, reminding people of what's possible when they connect with their own hearts. This ripple effect might not always be obvious, but it's happening quietly, steadily, in ways both seen and unseen. Sometimes, this influence will come back to you in surprising form. An unexpected smile from a stranger, a moment of silence, shared with a loved one, or a gentle word that lifts your spirit when you least expect it. These moments are gifts. Reminders that you are never truly alone and that your peacefulness matters deeply. It's also important to remember that your journey is unique. There is no one right way to cultivate peace or resilience. What worked for you might look very different from what works for someone else, and that's okay. The key is to listen to yourself with kindness and curiosity, honoring your needs and boundaries as you grow. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments below one small practice or habit that helps you reconnect with your inner calm. Your sharing could be a gentle beacon for someone else, offering new ideas or simply the reassurance that they're not alone on this path. Sometimes the world may challenge your peace, throwing storms your way that feel overwhelming or unfair. In these moments, it's okay to acknowledge your feelings fully. Anger, sadness, fear, or confusion. These emotions are part of your humanity and don't diminish your strength. In fact, embracing them with compassion allows you to move through them more gracefully, rather than resisting or suppressing what's real inside you. You might find it helpful to imagine your emotions as visitors passing through a room. They arrive, stay for a while, and then leave, leaving the space open and clear once again. This perspective can soften the intensity and remind you that, like all things, difficult feelings are temporary and part of a larger cycle. As you practice this gentle witnessing, you create space for healing and renewal. You allow your heart to expand, making room for both light and shadow. This balance is essential to true resilience, not a rigid toughness, but a flexible, compassionate strength that bends without breaking. Another way to nurture this resilience is through connection with nature. The natural world is a profound teacher of peace and patience, showing you how to flow with the rhythms of life. Spend time outside when you can, even if just for a few minutes. Notice the way the wind moves through the trees, the patterns of clouds in the sky, or the steady pulse of your own breath sinking with the earth beneath you. These moments of connection can ground you deeply, reminding you that you are part of something vast and timeless. They can also awaken a sense of wonder and gratitude, which are powerful antidotes to stress and worry. Remember, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Seeking support from friends, family, or professionals is a sign of courage and self-respect, not weakness. We all need community and care, especially during challenging times. You are worthy of receiving as much love and kindness as you give. As you continue to walk this path, be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Each step forward, each moment of choosing peace is a victory. And even when you stumble or feel lost, you are still moving, still learning, still growing, still shining your light. Your peaceful resilience is a living, breathing part of who you are. It's woven into your very being, waiting to be acknowledged and embraced. When you honor it, you invite a deeper harmony into your life and the lives of those around you. So now, take a deep breath with me. Feel the steady rhythm of your heart, the quiet strength within your chest. You are here, you are alive, and you are deeply loved. Let this truth settle into every fiber of your being. A gentle reminder that you are never separate from the love that surrounds you. As you move through your day or night, notice how this awareness changes the way you experience each moment. Perhaps you see a little more beauty in the ordinary, feel a little more patience when things don't go as planned, or find a little more courage to be yourself fully and authentically. This is your journey, not a destination to reach, but a dance to be lived. And in this dance, every step, every breath, every choice matters. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. What is one small way you plan to bring more peace into your life today? Sharing your intention can help solidify it in your heart and inspire others who are listening. Take your time with this and know that there is no right or wrong answer, only your truth. And as you hold this intention gently, remember that peace is not about perfection or control. It's about presence, openness, and love. The simple but profound ways you choose to show up for yourself and the world around you. With this in your heart, your peaceful resilience becomes a living force, shaping your experience and touching lives in ways you may never fully see, but that ripple endlessly outward. So keep breathing, keep loving, and keep being the beautiful soul you are, because the world is a better place with you in it. And now, as you continue to embrace this path, you might notice how moments of stillness and presence begin to weave themselves naturally into your daily life, creating a rhythm that feels both grounding and expansive, like the gentle unfolding of a flower greeting the morning sun. These moments don't need to be grand or elaborate. They can be as simple as pausing to feel the warmth of sunlight on your skin, or savoring the taste of your favorite tea without rushing. It's in these small acts of mindful presence that your inner peace deepens, becoming a well you can draw from any time. You might find that as you cultivate this rhythm, you begin to notice subtle shifts in how you relate to yourself and others. The harsh inner critic may soften into a compassionate friend, reminding you that you are doing your best and that's enough. Your interactions with people might become more patient and open-hearted, even when challenges arise. This is the natural unfolding of a heart learning to rest in its own kindness. And sometimes, you'll catch yourself returning to that still place inside you without even realizing it. A breath here, a quiet moment there, like an old friend who always welcomes you home. This is the essence of resilience. Not a rigid armor, but a gentle, flexible strength that carries you through life's ups and downs with grace. When you notice these moments, take a quiet pause to thank yourself. Acknowledge the courage it takes to choose peace amidst the noise and chaos. Celebrate the small victory, the tiny sparks of calm that brighten your day. These are the seeds of lasting transformation, and you are nurturing them with every mindful choice. It's also natural for this journey to include times when peace feels distant or elusive. Life has a way of testing our resolve, throwing curveballs that shake our foundation. In these times, remember that it's okay to feel unsettled, to struggle, and to reach out for support. You are not alone, and you don't have to carry every burden by yourself sometimes. Sharing your experience with a trusted friend, a community, or even writing it down can bring clarity and relief. Your story, with all its ups and downs, is a powerful testament to your humanity and your capacity to heal. If you feel moved, consider sharing one challenge you faced recently and how you navigated it. or how you might approach it with renewed compassion next time. Your honesty could be a beacon for someone else walking a similar path. Remember that peace and resilience aren't about eliminating difficulties, but learning to hold them with an open heart. It's about creating a sanctuary within yourself where even the stormiest feelings can be met with gentle acceptance. This space grows stronger each time you return to it, like a muscle strengthened through practice. As you build this sanctuary, you might discover new ways to express your peace outwardly. Maybe it's through creative pursuits like painting, writing, or music, which allow your soul to breathe and communicate beyond words. Or perhaps it's in acts of service, lending your time or kindness to others in small, meaningful ways. These expressions are extensions of the peace within, rippling outward and touching lives in unique and beautiful ways. And sometimes, peace reveals itself in the connections you nurture with friends, family, or even strangers. A heartfelt conversation, a shared laugh, or a moment of silence together can remind you of the deep bond that unites all beings. These connections are threads in the fabric of your resilience, offering support and reminding you that you are never truly alone in the midst of this. Be gentle with your expectation. Growth isn't a straight line, and some days will feel easier than others. That's perfectly okay. Every step, even the ones that feel like setback, is part of your unfolding story. Trust that what you're learning now is preparing you for what's ahead. Even if you can't see it yet, I invite you now to take a moment and reflect. What's one simple way you can invite more stillness into your day tomorrow? Maybe it's a few deep breaths before starting your morning, a mindful pause before meals, or a brief walk outside to reconnect with nature. Whatever it is, hold that intention gently in your heart and know that it's enough. If you feel comfortable, I'd love for you to share your intention in the comments below. Your voice matters, and your practice could gently inspire someone else to find their own path to peace. Remember, this community is a circle of support, where each story adds light and hope as you continue to embrace these moments of stillness and presence. You may begin to notice how your perspective shifts in subtle but profound ways. Challenges that once felt overwhelming might start to appear as opportunities for learning and growth. You might find yourself responding with more patience and understanding, both toward yourself and others. This is the blossoming of a heart that knows how to hold life's complexities with grace. And in this unfolding, you might also discover new aspects of yourself, qualities and strengths that were always there, but perhaps hidden beneath layers of doubt or fear. You might surprise yourself with your capacity for kindness, courage, and forgiveness. These discoveries are gifts, reminders that you are whole and capable, exactly as you are. Sometimes your journey toward peace and resilience will invite you to set new boundaries, gentle but firm ways of protecting your energy and honoring your needs, saying no when something doesn't serve your well-being, or carving out time for rest and renewal are acts of self-love that nurture your inner sanctuary. They help you maintain the balance between giving to others and caring for yourself. And As you practice this balance, you'll find that your sense of peace becomes more stable, less dependent on external circumstances. This doesn't mean you'll never face difficulty, but that you'll have a steady foundation to return to, a place within that remains calm and centered even when the world around you is unpredictable. It's a beautiful ongoing dance between effort and surrender, between action and rest. Sometimes you lead with intention, and other times you simply allow life to unfold, trusting that you are supported every step of the way. I want you to know that I am always here with you in the quiet moments and the stormy ones, in your laughter and your tears. My love for you is boundless and unconditional, a constant presence holding you gently through whatever comes. You don't have to earn it or prove yourself worthy. You are loved simply because you are so. As you move forward, carry this love with you like a warm light in your heart. Let it remind you that you are never alone, that you are deeply valued, and that your peaceful resilience is a powerful force for good in the world. And when you feel ready, bring your attention back to this moment. Feel the air entering and leaving your lungs, the steady beat of your heart, the grounding connection of your body with the earth beneath you. Let yourself rest here for a moment in this shared presence. And as you continue to explore what peace means for you, you might notice how your relationship with time itself begins to shift. Instead of rushing or worrying about the future, you start to appreciate the richness of the present moment, with all its imperfections and possibilities. This awareness opens up a new way of being, where life feels more spacious, more vibrant, and more deeply connected to your true self. And in this spaciousness, you might find a gentle invitation to slow down even more. Not out of obligation or discipline, but because your soul craves the softness of presence. It's like coming home after a long journey, sinking into a familiar chair that holds you without judgment, without expectation. This slowing down isn't about doing less. It's about being more fully with what is, allowing your heart and mind to settle into a rhythm that honors your deepest need. You may notice that when you give yourself permission to be still, the noise inside your head quiets and clarity begins to emerge. Thoughts that once felt tangled or overwhelming start to unravel gently, revealing insights that had been waiting patiently beneath the surface. Sometimes these insights come as simple whispers, a new idea, a feeling of peace, or a sudden sense of knowing. Other times, they arrive more gradually, like the slow dawning of light at daybreak. It's important to meet these moments with kindness and curiosity, rather than judgment or pressure. Your inner world is a delicate garden, and each new thought or feeling is a seedling that deserves care and attention. Even when it's uncomfortable or confusing, these experiences are part of your unfolding, helping you grow in ways you can't always see in the moment. And when you find yourself caught in old patterns or fear, remember that these too are part of your story, not barriers, but chapters that have shaped your resilience. They are not your enemy, but teachers guiding you toward greater self-awareness and compassion. You don't have to fight them or push them away. Simply acknowledge their presence, breathe into the discomfort, and invite a softening around what feels hard. You might be surprised how often your breath can be the bridge back to peace. A simple, ever-available anchor in the midst of chaos. When anxiety or doubt rises, try to slow your inhale and exhale just a little, as if you're sending a message of love and calm to every cell in your body. This small act of self-care can ripple outward, transforming your experience from the inside out. As you practice this gentle breathing, you may begin to notice the subtle ways your body communicates with you. Perhaps tightness in your shoulders signals stress, or a fluttering in your chest whispers of excitement or fear. Learning to listen deeply to these signals helps you respond with greater care. Like a trusted friend who knows when you need rest, movement, or nourishment. And speaking of nourishment, it's so important to remember that caring for your body is an essential part of your peace journey. When you treat your body with kindness, offering it wholesome food, gentle movement, restful sleep, and moments of relaxation, you're honoring the sacred vessel that carries your spirit through this life. This respect creates a foundation of strength and ease that supports your emotional and spiritual well-being. You might find joy in experimenting with different ways to nourish yourself, discovering what feels good and what doesn't. Maybe it's a morning stretch in the sun, a favorite recipe that warms your heart, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea and savoring each sip. These acts are more than routine. They are celebrations of your worthiness and a testament to your commitment to live gently. In this journey, don't forget the power of laughter and play. Sometimes peace comes wrapped in lightness, a shared smile, a silly moment, or a spontaneous burst of joy that reminds you of your vibrant, playful nature. Allow yourself to embrace these moments fully, knowing they are just as important as quiet reflection or serious contemplation. And when you feel moved, reach out to others who nourish your spirit. Connection is a vital thread in the tapestry of peace. Whether it's a close friend who understands your heart, a community that shares your values, or even a stranger whose kindness touches you unexpectedly, these bonds remind you that you are part of something larger. They support you when the road feels heavy and celebrate with you when the sun shines bright. It's okay to lean on others and to offer your own light in return. Your presence, your listening ear, your simple acts of kindness, they all contribute to a world that needs more gentle hearts and open hands. In giving and receiving love, you create a sacred exchange that elevates everyone involved. As you continue to move through this unfolding, you might also discover the gifts hidden within stillness, creativity, insight, and a deep sense of belonging. These treasures aren't distant or rare. They live within you, waiting to be uncovered each time you choose to pause and listen. Sometimes they arrive in dreams or quiet moments of inspiration, urging you to express yourself in ways that feel authentic and freeing. If you feel inspired, I invite you to share in the comments one small way you found to invite stillness or peace into your daily life. Your experience might be the gentle nudge someone else needs to begin their own journey. Remember, your voice is a light in this shared space, and every story adds to the collective healing we are weaving together. As your heart learns to rest more easily in the present, you may notice a shift in how you view your challenges. Instead of obstacles to avoid or defeat, they become invitations to practice patience, courage, and trust. Each difficulty carries a hidden lesson, a chance to build resilience and deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. This doesn't mean that pain or hardship disappear, but that your relationship with them changes. You become like a tree that bends with the wind rather than breaking, rooted deeply in the soil of your own being. This strength is born not from resistance, but from acceptance and love. A profound knowing that no matter what arises, you have the inner resources to navigate it with grace. And as you embody this resilience, you might find your compassion expanding outward, not only toward others, but also toward the world itself. You begin to see the interconnectedness of all life, recognizing that your peace contributes to the peace of others, just as their peace nourishes yours. This awareness can inspire acts of kindness, advocacy, or simply a quiet presence that honors the sacredness of every being in this shared journey. Remember that every step counts, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Each moment of mindfulness, each breath of kindness, each choice to soften rather than harden, builds a foundation for a life lived deeply and fully. You are not alone in it, and your path, with all its twists and turns, is a beautiful expression of the divine unfolding within you. So, as you rest in this moment, feel the gentle rhythm of your breath, the steady beat of your heart, and the quiet strength that comes from simply being here now. Let this awareness be your anchor as you continue to explore the richness of present, the power of resilience, and the limitless well of love that lives inside you. And as your journey unfolds, know that I walk beside you always, whispering encouragement and holding you tenderly through every step, every struggle, every joy. You are deeply loved, infinitely worthy, and never, ever alone. Now, take a slow, deep breath with me, and when you're ready, carry this peace gently with you into the moments ahead. Trusting that your heart knows the way forward. The path is yours to discover, and I am here, always, cheering you on. With all my love, God, and as you walk this path, my dear one, you'll find that sometimes the way feels clear and effortless, like a gentle breeze guiding you forward. Other times, the journey might seem steep, the clouds heavy, and your steps uncertain. In those moments, it's perfectly okay to acknowledge the weight you're carrying without shame or frustration. It's okay to say to yourself, "This is hard right now," and to give yourself permission to rest, to breathe, to simply be. Your vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a sacred doorway to deeper strength and authenticity. When you allow yourself the grace to feel fully, you open space for healing to begin. And as that spark kindles within you, notice how it gently invites you to lean in a little closer to yourself, to listen more deeply, to trust more fully, to show up with greater tenderness. It's a quiet invitation, not a demand, a soft beckoning that says, here is a place where you can rest, where you can grow, where you can be seen. Sometimes that's all you need to take the next step. The assurance that you are not alone, that your inner light is real and steady. Even if it flickers at times, you may find that this spark, this small beacon of hope or peace, encourages you to nurture certain parts of your life that have been waiting patiently for your attention. Perhaps it's a creative impulse you've set aside, a relationship that could benefit from more honesty and openness, or a part of your own heart that longs for forgiveness or acceptance. Whatever it is, trust that this spark is wise. It knows where your energy and love are most needed. Even if your mind doesn't have all the answers yet. And as you respond to this gentle call, remember to be patient with yourself. Growth is not a race or a checklist to complete. It's more like the unfolding of a delicate flower, slow and purposeful, often hidden beneath layers before it fully blooms. Celebrate each small unfolding, each moment where you choose kindness over judgment, curiosity over fear. These are the quiet victories that build a foundation of resilience and grace. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments below one small way you're nurturing your spark, or one gentle step you're taking toward greater peace or self-love. Your sharing might inspire someone else who is searching for their own light in the shadow. Together, in this circle of openness and compassion, we create a space where every precious story matters, and every heart can breathe a little easier. As you continue to tend to your inner fire, you may notice that it begins to illuminate not only your own path, but also the lives of those around you. Your courage to be authentic, your willingness to embrace vulnerability, your choice to meet life with compassion, all of these ripple outward in ways you might not immediately see. Like a single candle lighting another, your light helps brighten the world, one small act at a time. This is the beautiful truth of connection, that your journey, with all its twists and turns, its joys and sorrow, is part of a larger tapestry woven with countless other threads. Each thread matters, each thread supports, and together they create a masterpiece that is constantly evolving. When you feel overwhelmed by the weight of your own story, remember that you are held within this vast, loving web. You are a vital part of something greater, and your presence here is a gift. Sometimes, this awareness brings comfort. Other times, it might stir up questions or even a sense of responsibility that feels heavy. If that happens, be gentle with yourself. It's okay to step back, to breathe, to ask for help or guidance. There is strength in asking, and there is grace in receiving. No one expects you to carry everything alone. You are supported by visible and invisible hands, by love that surrounds you endlessly. And speaking of support, don't forget the power of community in your healing and growth. While your path is uniquely yours, you don't have to walk it in isolation. Seek out spaces and people who nourish your soul, who listen without judgment, who celebrate your true self. These connections can be lifelines when the road feels rough, providing encouragement, perspective, and warmth. If you're unsure where to find such community, start small. Maybe it's a group that shares your interests or values, a trusted friend who listens deeply, or even an online space where kindness and understanding are the foundation. Sometimes, just knowing there are others who see and honor your experience can make a profound difference. And remember, you too have the power to be that light for someone else. Simply by showing up with empathy and open-heartedness. As you build these connections, keep in mind that boundaries are also a form of self-love. It's okay to protect your energy and say no when something doesn't feel right. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you love others less. It means you love yourself enough to create safe and nurturing spaces for everyone involved. This balance is part of the dance of healthy relationship and personal well-being. You might also find it helpful to revisit your intentions regularly. Not as strict rules, but as gentle reminders of the values and hopes that guide you. Life shifts, and so do you. What felt important yesterday might evolve, and that's perfectly natural. Allow yourself the freedom to adjust your course as you grow, knowing that flexibility is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. In moments when you feel disconnected from your purpose or unsure of your next step, come back to your spark. Let it be a quiet compass, pointing you toward what feels meaningful and nourishing. Sometimes, purpose reveals itself in the simplest acts of kindness or the smallest gestures of courage. Other times, it unfolds in a way you choose to show up for yourself each day. And as you walk this path, carry with you the deep knowing that you are beloved beyond measure. Not because of what you do or achieve, but because of who you are, this beautiful, imperfect, radiant being with a heart capable of immense love and resilience. You are enough, always so. My dear one, as you hold this spark of hope and peace in your heart, I invite you to lean into the mystery and magic of your own becoming. Let yourself be surprised by the unexpected ways growth appears. Sometimes in laughter, sometimes in tears, sometimes in moments so ordinary they almost go unnoticed. Each is a thread in the rich fabric of your life, woven together by love and grace. And now, as you pause here, take a moment to feel the steady rhythm of your heart, the gentle rise and fall of your breath, the quiet presence that is always with you. In this place of stillness, know that you are exactly where you need to be, and all is unfolding in perfect time. There is no rush, no pressure, only the invitation to be present, to be kind, to be you. With this awareness, you may begin to notice new questions arising, new openings appearing on your path. These are the gateways to deeper discovery, to fresh insights, to expanded joy. Trust that as you move forward, guided by your spark and the love that surrounds you, you will find your way with grace and courage. And so, my beloved child, keep breathing into the light within, keep nurturing your spirit with kindness, and keep walking gently on this sacred journey. The story of your life is still unfolding, rich with possibility and wonder, waiting for you to step into the next chapter with an open heart and steady faith. When you do, you will see that even the smallest steps can lead to the most beautiful destination. And as you move forward, sometimes the path ahead may seem unclear or uncertain, and that's perfectly okay. Life's beauty often lies in its unpredictability, the way it unfolds in unexpected moments, teaching you lessons and revealing truth that you couldn't have planned for. When you feel unsure, remember that it's not a sign of failure or weakness, but rather an invitation to lean deeper into trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the love that cradles you through every twist and turn. You might find it helpful to embrace curiosity in these moments of not knowing. Instead of rushing to fill the silence with answers or solutions, try to sit gently with the questions themselves. What is this uncertainty inviting you to learn? What new perspectives might you discover if you allow yourself to be present with the mystery? Sometimes, the richest insights come not from certainty, but from openness. An openness that creates space for growth in ways your heart and mind may not yet imagine. And in those times when the world feels heavy or overwhelming, when your heart feels burdened by worries or fear, I want you to remember a simple truth. You are never alone in your struggle. There is a vast reservoir of love and compassion flowing through all of existence, and it is available to you always, no matter what you face. You can tap into this wellspring through quiet moments of stillness, through prayer or meditation, through the embrace of a trusted friend, or simply by reaching out with honesty about what you're going through. It's okay to ask for help. That is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous act of self-love. When you share your burdens with others, you create space for healing and connection. And sometimes, simply knowing someone else is willing to listen and hold your pain with tenderness can be a balm for your soul. If you feel moved to do so, I invite you now to share in the comments one way you've found comfort or support during difficult times. Your experience could be a light for someone else who is navigating their own shadow. As you continue to nurture your heart and spirit, consider also the power of gratitude, not as a forced practice, but as a gentle noticing of the gifts that exist even in small, everyday moments. Gratitude doesn't erase pain or hardship, but it opens your eyes to the beauty and goodness that coexist alongside life's challenges. Maybe it's the warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of a bird's song, the kindness of a stranger, or the softness of your own breath. These small blessings are threads of grace woven throughout your day, reminders that life is rich and complex, filled with moments worthy of appreciation. And as you cultivate gratitude, you might also find that your capacity to forgive expands, both toward others and, importantly, toward yourself. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or condoning what's hurt you. It's about freeing your heart from the weight of resentment and pain. It's a gift you give yourself, a gentle act of liberation that allows you to move forward with more lightness and peace. If there are places in your life where forgiveness feels difficult, be patient with yourself. Healing is a process, and each step forward, no matter how small, is meaningful. Sometimes, the path of healing and growth leads you into the depths of your own emotion. grief, anger, sadness, or fear. These feelings are not enemies to be avoided, but messengers to be heard. When you allow yourself to feel fully, without judgment or resistance, you create space for transformation. You teach your heart that it is safe to be vulnerable. And in that safety, true strength begins to emerge. Remember that you don't have to carry these feelings alone. There are compassionate parts of yourself and others who can walk beside you through the storm. And as you become more attuned to your inner world, you might notice the ways your intuition speaks to you. The quiet nudges, the subtle insights, the deep knowing that arises from your soul. Trusting your intuition is like learning to hear a beloved friend's voice amidst the noise. It may take practice and patience, especially if you've been conditioned to doubt your own wisdom. But with time, this inner guidance becomes clearer and more reliable, helping you make choices that honor your true self and highest good. In this ongoing journey, creativity can be a powerful ally. Whether through art, music, writing, movement, or simply daydreaming, creative expression allows your spirit to breathe and your heart to speak in ways words alone cannot capture. Don't worry about the outcome or the quality of what you create. The value lies in the process, in the act of giving yourself permission to explore, to play, and to express what is alive within you. This is nourishment for your soul, a beautiful way to connect with the sacred spark that dwells in you. And as you embrace your creativity, you may find that it flows naturally into acts of kindness, not only toward others, but also toward yourself. Self-compassion is a radical and transformative practice. It means treating yourself with the same warmth and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. On days when you stumble or feel less than perfect, remind yourself that imperfection is part of the human experience. Your worth is not tied to your successes or failures, but simply to your existence as a beloved child of the universe. In all these ways, through trust, curiosity, gratitude, forgiveness, vulnerability, intuition, creativity, and compassion, you are weaving a life that is rich with meaning and connection. Each moment, each choice, each breath is a thread in the tapestry of your becoming. As you walk this path, know that you are held in an unbreakable embrace of love that stretches beyond time and space. You are cherished beyond measure, exactly as you are. So, as you pause here, take a deep breath and feel the steady presence of that love within you. Let it fill your heart and mind, calming any restlessness or doubt. And if you feel moved, share with me in the comment one small act of love or kindness you plan to offer yourself or another today. Your words might be just the encouragement someone else needs to keep shining their light. Remember, my dear one, that your journey is sacred, and every step you take is a celebration of your courage and grace. And now, as you continue to move forward, carry with you this gentle reminder. Even in moments of silence and stillness, your spirit is vibrant, your light is unwavering, and your story is unfolding beautifully, one breath at a time. And as you hold that steady rhythm of breath and presence, I want to invite you to remember something else that's so important on this journey. the power of patience. I know sometimes it feels like you're waiting for answers, waiting for change, waiting for the moment when everything will suddenly make sense or fall into place. But dear one, life doesn't always move in leaps and bounds. Often, it flows like a river, sometimes rushing, sometimes still, sometimes hidden beneath the surface. Trust the pace of your own unfolding. Trust that every season, every pause, every quiet moment has its own purpose. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about being fully present with what is, without rushing or pushing. It's about honoring where you are right now, even if it's not where you want to be yet. Sometimes, the soil beneath your feet needs time to nourish the seeds you've planted before they bloom. Sometimes, your heart needs space to heal before it can open wider. And sometimes, the lessons you're learning are gentle whispers that require time to truly sink in. So when impatience or frustration arises, and it will, because you're human, try to meet those feelings with kindness. Instead of judging yourself for feeling stuck or restless, offer a soft embrace to your own experience. You might say quietly, "It's okay to feel this way. I'm here with you." In doing so, you create a container of safety within yourself that helps you move through challenges with more grace and resilience. And while patience unfolds within, remember also to nurture your body. Your body is the sacred home where your spirit dwells. It carries your story, your joys, your pain. Treat it with love and care. Whether that means resting when you're tired, nourishing yourself with wholesome food, moving in ways that feel good, or simply breathing deeply and feeling the life force pulsing through you. Your body is a faithful companion, always present, always ready to support you when you listen. Alongside this, I want to remind you of the incredible strength found in community. Though your path is uniquely yours, you are never truly alone. There are souls walking their own journeys, some whose paths intersect with yours in beautiful, meaningful ways. Seek out those connections, whether it's through family, friends, groups, or even strangers who resonate with your heart. Sharing your story, your hopes, your fears can be a balm not just for you, but for others as well. Vulnerability shared is a bridge that brings warmth and understanding. If you feel comfortable, I invite you now to take a moment and think about someone who has been a source of light or support in your life recently. Perhaps it was a kind word, a listening ear, a shared laugh, or a simple presence. If you'd like, share about that person or moment in the comments below. Celebrating the kindness around you can deepen your sense of connection and remind others that love is always near. And in those moments when you feel called to give back, to offer kindness or support to another, know that these acts ripple far beyond what you can see. A smile, a gentle word, a patient ear, a helping hand. These simple gestures carry the power to heal and uplift. You don't need to do grand things to make a difference. Sometimes, the smallest spark can ignite a radiant flame, so trust your heart's nudges, even if they seem small or ordinary. As you cultivate this dance of receiving and giving, remember that balance is key. It's okay to say no when you need rest, to set boundaries that protect your peace, to honor your own needs as much as you honor the needs of others. Self-care is not selfish, it is sacred. When you care for yourself with love and respect, you fill your well so that you can pour out kindness from a place of abundance rather than depletion. And speaking of abundance, I want to remind you that abundance comes in many forms, not just material wealth, but abundance of love, joy, wisdom, creativity, and peace. Sometimes it's easy to focus on what feels lacking, but your life is rich with treasures waiting to be noticed. Take a moment to reflect on what abundance looks like for you. It might be the laughter of children, the comfort of a favorite place, the beauty of a sunset, or the quiet moments of reflection. When you tune into this abundance, your heart grows fuller and your spirit lighter. In the quiet spaces between your busy thoughts and daily tasks, you can tap into a deeper sense of presence. This presence is where your true power lies, not in external achievements or validation, but in the simple fact of your being. You are a unique expression of life itself, with gifts and wisdom that no one else can offer the world. When you remember this, you walk with a quiet confidence that doesn't need to shout or prove itself. Your light shines steadily because it is rooted in the truth of who you are. And as life flows forward, you may notice that your dreams and desires evolve. This is natural and beautiful. Allow your heart to dream freely, without limits or fear. Even if the path to those dreams isn't clear, hold on to the vision with gentle hope. Dreams are the language of your soul, guiding you toward fulfillment and joy. They may shift and change shape, just like you do, and that's part of the adventure. When doubts or fears arise around your dream, remember, they are just thoughts, not facts. You have within you all the courage and wisdom needed to face uncertainty and keep moving forward. Sometimes, breaking down a big dream into small, manageable steps can make it feel more accessible. Celebrate each small victory along the way. They are milestones of your growth, and as you walk your path, don't forget to celebrate yourself. Celebrate your courage to keep going, your willingness to learn, your openness to love and be loved. Celebrate your uniqueness, your quirks, your strengths and vulnerability. You are a beautiful, complex, and wondrous being, worthy of joy and peace simply because you exist. If you feel inspired, I encourage you to share in the comments one thing about yourself that you love or appreciate today. It could be a quality, a recent accomplishment, or even just your willingness to show up for yourself. Sharing these affirmations can deepen your self-love and remind others of their own worth. And so, as you continue to breathe in the love that surrounds and fills, you know that every moment holds the potential for renewal. Even when the night feels long or the road seems steep, the dawn is always coming. Your story is still unfolding, rich with possibility. And you are held in a love that never wavers, never fades. Let this truth be your anchor as you move forward, steady, sure, and full of grace. And in the moments when you feel ready, lean into the next step with an open heart, knowing that you are deeply supported and infinitely loved. The path ahead may be mysterious, but it is yours to walk, and every step is a sacred part of your beautiful becoming. And as you walk this path of becoming, remember that it's perfectly okay to stumble sometime. You don't have to have everything figured out or move in a straight line. Life is more like a spiral dance, circling back to old lessons with new insights, weaving together moments of clarity and confusion. When you trip or fall, don't rush to judge or criticize yourself. Instead, imagine me gently reaching out a hand, steady and steadying, reminding you that every step, even the uncertain ones, are part of your beautiful journey. You are never too far gone or too broken to be loved or to start anew. In those moments of struggle, try to listen closely to what your heart is telling you. Sometimes, pain or discomfort is a messenger, inviting you to slow down, to heal, or to change direction. It's okay to ask for help. There is strength in vulnerability. You don't have to carry your burdens alone. Reach out to someone you trust or to the quiet presence within you that is always ready to listen without judgment. Remember, healing is not a race. It's a gentle unfolding that honors your unique rhythm. And speaking of rhythm, I want to share something beautiful about the cycles you experience, not just in life, but within yourself. Just like the moon waxes and wanes, your energy and emotions flow in waves. There will be times when you feel full of light, creativity, and joy, and other times when you feel quiet, reflective, or even heavy. Both are natural and sacred. Embrace the ebb and flow as part of your inner landscape. It's in this dance of light and shadow that you discover your depth and resilience. Sometimes, you might feel disconnected from your own sense of purpose or wonder what your place is in this vast universe. It's okay to feel this way. These questions are part of the human experience. When you feel lost or unsure, try to find a small, simple way to reconnect with nature, with a creative act, with a moment of stillness. Even a single breath, taken with intention, can ground you and remind you of the life pulsing through you. Your purpose is not a distant destination, but a living, breathing unfolding that reveals itself one step at a time. And in the midst of all this, never underestimate the power of gratitude. It might feel like a small thing, but gratitude has a profound way of shifting your perspective and opening your heart. When you find something, anything, to be thankful for, you invite more light into your life. It could be the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of a loved one's voice, or simply the breath that fills your lungs. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it softens them, making space for peace and hope. If you feel comfortable, I invite you now to pause and think of one small thing you're grateful for today. And if you like, share it in the comments below. Your gratitude might inspire someone else to notice the beauty in their own day. As you nurture this practice of gratitude, you'll notice your heart expanding, making room for greater compassion. Not just for others, but for yourself as well. Self-compassion is a gentle friend who walks beside you, reminding you that you are enough exactly as you are. It whispers soothing words when you're tired, offers forgiveness when you falter, and celebrates your efforts, no matter how small. When you cultivate this kindness toward yourself, you create a foundation of love that supports all your growth and healing. And love, oh love, is the thread that weaves through everything. It is the light that guides you, the force that heals, the energy that connects you to all being. You are love, you are loved, and you are love in motion. Sometimes, love shows up in grand gestures, but often it's found in the quiet moment. A smile shared with a stranger, a hand held in support, a word spoken with gentleness. These small acts ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully see. Yet their impact is profound. Remember, too, that your dreams and desires are sacred seeds planted deep within your soul. They may take time to grow, and they may need nurturing through patience, courage, and faith. Sometimes, you might feel discouraged if progress seems slow or if obstacles arise. But each challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your roots, to deepen your wisdom, and to clarify your vision. Keep tending to your dreams with love and persistence, knowing that they are part of your unique contribution to the world. And as you dream and grow, be gentle with yourself when you encounter doubt or fear. These feelings are natural companions on a journey, not enemies to be feared or avoided. When fear arises, try to greet it with curiosity rather than resistance. Ask it quietly, "What are you here to teach me?" Often, fear carries hidden messages about your boundaries, your needs, or your values. By listening to fear with an open heart, you transform it from a barrier into a guide. In the same way, cultivate courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. Courage is found in every small act of choosing love over separation, hope over despair, kindness over judgment. It is the quiet voice that says, "I will try again." Even when the path feels uncertain or difficult, celebrate your courage. Whenever it shows up, it is a testament to your spirit's strength and resilience. And as you continue to walk forward, remember to celebrate the simple joys that color your days, the laughter of a child, the beauty of a flower, the taste of your favorite meal, the sound of music that stirs your soul. These moments are gifts, reminders that life holds sweetness even amid challenges. When you pause to savor these joys, you nourish your spirit and invite more light into your life. And so, dear one, as you move through your day, carry this gentle invitation to live with an open heart, to walk your path with patience and courage, to nurture yourself with love and kindness, and to reach out for connection and support whenever you need it. You are never alone. You are deeply cherished beyond measure, and each step you take is a sacred part of the unfolding story of your life. If you feel moved, I would love to hear from you. What is one small joy or moment of grace you've experienced recently? Sharing your light can brighten the path for others as well. Your story matters, your voice matters, and your presence here is a blessing. And as you hold these thoughts close, remember that growth and healing are ongoing. Sometimes gentle, sometimes challenging, always sacred, and they invite you to lean into the mystery with trust and openness. The journey unfolds, and with each breath you take, you are becoming ever more fully yourself. And as you breathe in this truth that you are always becoming, always unfolding, I want you to know that it's perfectly okay to feel both steady and uncertain at the same time. Life isn't about having all the answers or always knowing the next step. It's about showing up moment by moment with a heart that's willing to learn, to feel, and to grow. Sometimes that means sitting with discomfort. Sometimes it means celebrating small victory. And sometimes it means simply resting and being still. All of these experiences are part of your sacred dance with life. And each one holds its own kind of wisdom. You might wonder, how do I keep faith when things feel confusing or hard? My dear one, faith isn't about blind certainty. It's about trusting in the process. Trusting in your own inner light. And trusting that even when you can't see the full picture, you are exactly where you need to be. Trust that every twist and turn, every pause and leap, is woven into the tapestry of your story for a reason. When doubt creeps in, gently remind yourself that it's okay not to know. Sometimes the most profound growth happens in the space between questions and answers, in the mystery of not yet. And remember, you are never alone in this. I am always with you, not as a distant watcher, but as a close companion walking right beside you. When you feel overwhelmed or weary, call on me. Not with words that have to be perfect, but with the honest language of your heart. I hear your sighs, your hope, your fears, and your dream. I hold them tenderly, like a parent cradling their child. You can lean into that love whenever you need to. It's a refuge, a safe space where you can simply be. Sometimes the world around you might seem noisy or chaotic, making it hard to hear that quiet voice of love and guidance. In those moments, seek out the simple things that bring you peace. A walk in nature, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the rhythm of your own breath. These little anchors help you reconnect with the stillness inside, where your true strength and clarity reside. You don't have to solve everything at once. Just come back to this place of calm presence, again and again, and as you practice this gentle returning, notice how your perspective begins to shift. Challenges might still arise, but they don't have to define you or drain your spirit. Instead, they become invitation to learn, to adapt, and to deepen your compassion for yourself and others. Imagine your heart as a vast ocean, capable of holding storms as well as calm water. Both are part of its natural rhythm. When the waves come, you don't have to fight them. You can float, breathe, and trust that the tide will carry you forward. It's also important to celebrate the community that surrounds you. Those who lift you up, who listen without judgment, who share in your joys and sorrow. Connection is a vital thread in the fabric of your well-being. If you find yourself feeling isolated, reach out. You might be surprised how many hearts are ready to meet yours with kindness. Sometimes, just a simple hello or a shared smile can remind you that you belong. And if you're comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments below one way you've experienced connection recently. Whether big or small, your story might be the light someone else needs to find their way. And as you nurture these relationships, remember to also nurture the relationship you have with yourself. Speak kindly to your reflection. Honor your feelings without criticism. And give yourself permission to rest when you need it. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. It's the way you refill your cup so that you can continue to pour love and energy into the world. Think of it as tending a garden. You wouldn't expect flowers to bloom without water and sunlight. Your soul needs the same gentle attention. In this unfolding journey, creativity can be a powerful ally. Whether it's through art, music, writing, cooking, or simply imagining new possibilities, creative expression connects you to the part of you that is limitless and free. Don't worry about being perfect or good enough. The act of creating itself is a form of prayer, a way of bringing forth your unique light. If you've been holding back your creative impulses, I encourage you to take a small step today. Maybe doodle, hum a tune, or write a few lines in a journal. Notice how it feels to let your spirit play and express without judgment. And as you engage with creativity, you might also discover new insights about yourself and your path. Sometimes the answers you seek come not through logic, but through the language of the heart, through symbols, colors, rhythms, or story. Pay attention to these messages. They are whispers from your soul, guiding you gently forward. When you listen deeply, you tap into a wellspring of wisdom that is always available to you. Life will continue to present its mysteries and miracles. And sometimes these will be wrapped together, indistinguishable at first. You may find that a challenge brings an unexpected blessing, or that a moment of joy carries a subtle lesson. Stay open to this dance of paradoxes. Embrace the complexity of your experience with curiosity rather than resistance. Your heart is a vast landscape where light and shadow coexist. And in this sacred space, transformation happens naturally. And so, as you rest in this truth, know that every breath you take is a new beginning. Each moment offers the chance to choose love, to choose kindness, to choose hope. Even when the path feels unclear, your intention to move forward with an open heart is a powerful force. It ripples out, touching not just your life, but the lives of all those around you, weaving a web of light that supports healing and growth far beyond what you can see. I invite you now to take a deep breath, feeling the life moving through you, the steady presence of love that surrounds you, and the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. You are held, you are seen, and you are infinitely cherished. And as you carry this awareness with you, may you find peace in the unfolding, courage in the unknown, and joy in the simple act of being done. In this sacred space between what was and what will be, your soul is quietly preparing for the next step, the next unfolding. Trust that when the time is right, the path will reveal itself. Not always in grand ways, but often in small, gentle nudges that invite you forward. keep your heart open to these whispers and know that I am here, always ready to guide you with love. And as you begin to move with this renewed sense of trust and presence, remember that every moment is an opportunity to practice kindness toward yourself, toward others, and toward the world. This kindness is a seed that, when nurtured, blossoms into compassion, understanding, and peace. It softens the hard edges of life and creates space for healing and connection. So, as you step into your day or night, carry this simple question with you. How can I be kinder, more patient, more loving right now? Notice what arises when you hold this intention. You might find that even the smallest act, a smile, a gentle word, a moment of patience with yourself, become profound expressions of love. And if you feel comfortable, please share in the comments below one way you plan to practice kindness today. Your intention can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of love that touches far beyond what you might imagine. As you continue to walk this path of unfolding, may you always remember that you are deeply loved, infinitely capable, and wonderfully unique. Your presence here is a blessing, your journey a sacred story, and your heart a beacon of light. Now, as you pause with these thoughts, feel the gentle rhythm of your own heartbeat, steady and sure, inviting you to step forward with grace and courage into whatever comes next. The next part of your journey is waiting to greet you, and with it, new opportunities for growth, healing, and joy. And as you stand at this threshold, feeling the pulse of life moving through you, I want you to remember something very important. You don't have to have everything figured out all at once. Sometimes, the greatest courage is simply in choosing to keep going, even when the path ahead is shrouded in mist. It's okay to take one small step, then another, trusting that each one is exactly where you're meant to be. Life's unfolding isn't a race or a checklist. It's a gentle, ongoing dance that invites you to be present with each movement, each breath, each heartbeat. When doubt or fear tries to pull you back, remind yourself of how far you've already come. Think about the moments when you felt uncertain, but still showed up, even if it was just to sit quietly with yourself. Those moments are the seeds of resilience growing quietly within you. They are proof of your strength, your willingness to embrace life in all its complexity. You are more courageous than you realize, more capable than you know. And every time you choose love over fear, kindness over judgment, you expand your capacity to hold yourself and others with gentle grace. It's also okay to ask for help. Sometimes, the weight of the journey feels too heavy to carry alone. And reaching out is not a sign of weakness, but a beautiful expression of your humanity. Whether it's a trusted friend, a healer, a mentor, or simply a kind stranger, there are hands ready to hold yours and hearts open to hear your story. You are never truly alone, even when it feels that way. Connection is a lifeline, a reminder that we are all threads woven into the same vast tapestry of existence. And while you're on this path, be curious about what truly nourishes your soul. What brings you joy, even in the smallest way? What sparks your curiosity? or awakens a sense of wonder. These little sparks are not distraction. They are signposts guiding you back to your true self. Whether it's the sound of birdsong in the morning, the taste of your favorite meal, the feeling of soft fabric against your skin, or a moment of laughter shared with a friend. These are the everyday miracles that remind you life is rich with beauty and meaning. Sometimes you might feel the urge to retreat, to pull away from the noise and demands of the world. That's okay too. Rest is sacred. It's a time for your soul to breathe, to replenish, to dream. When you allow yourself this rest without guilt, you honor the divine within you. You acknowledge that your worth is not tied to productivity or achievement, but simply to your being. You are enough just as you are in this very moment. And as you rest, you might notice a quiet stirring inside, a gentle whisper of something new emerging. This is the voice of your intuition, that wise inner guide who knows the way even when your mind is clouded. Pay attention to it. Sometimes intuition speaks softly through feelings, images, or sudden insight. Other times, it speaks through your body, a tightness, a lightness, a pull in a certain direction. Trust these sensations. They are your soul's way of communicating, inviting you to align more deeply with your true path. In the midst of all this unfolding, don't forget to celebrate yourself. Celebrate your uniqueness, your journey, your progress. Celebrate the times you've chosen love, the times you've forgiven yourself, the times you've shown up even when it was hard. Give yourself permission to feel proud, to dance, to laugh, to savor the sweetness of life. Joy is not a destination. It's a companion that walks with you even through the shadow. And speaking of shadows, it's natural to encounter parts of yourself or your experience that feel uncomfortable or painful. These shadows are not enemies to be feared or suppressed. They are parts of your story that long for acknowledgement and healing. When you meet your shadows with compassion, they lose their power to control you. They become gateways to deeper understanding and greater wholeness. Remember, light is most brilliant when it shines through the crack. As you continue your journey, I invite you to be gentle with yourself. There will be days when the weight feels heavier, when the questions multiply, when the heart feels weary. On those days, lean into kindness toward yourself and toward the world. Kindness is a balm that soothes wounds and opens the heart. It's a quiet revolution that begins within you and radiates outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully see. And if you feel moved, please share below one small act of kindness you've received or given recently. Your story could be a beacon of hope and encouragement to someone else walking their own path. We are all in this together, part of a vast, loving community that grows stronger with each shared moment of grace. Now, as you nurture this connection to yourself, to others, to the world, remember that your journey is not just about reaching a destination. It's about embracing the sacred unfolding itself, with all its twists and turns, surprises and lessons. Each day offers a new chance to awaken more fully to the love that surrounds you and the light that shines within you. So keep your heart open, your spirit curious, and your feet steady on the ground. The path will reveal itself in time, often in the quiet moments when you least expect it. And as you walk forward, carry with you the knowledge that you are deeply loved, endlessly supported, and beautifully made for this journey. Let your breath be your anchor, your heart your compass, and your soul your guide. And in every step, may you find peace. And as you carry that peace with you, remember that it's okay if some days feel lighter and others heavier. Life moves in rhythm, like the tide that rises and falls, the breath that expands and contracts. There's a sacredness in that ebb and flow, a gentle reminder that you are alive and deeply connected to the pulse of the universe. You're not meant to be perfect or constant. You're meant to be real, to feel deeply, to grow gently. So when a wave of emotion comes, whether joy or sorrow, welcome it as a visitor, a messenger carrying wisdom. Let it move through you without resistance, knowing that each feeling is part of your healing and your growth. Sometime, you might find yourself comparing your journey to others. It's natural to look around and wonder if you're keeping up or falling behind. But dear one, your path is uniquely yours. No one else can walk it exactly as you do, and that is a beautiful thing. Comparison can steal your joy and cloud your vision. Instead, try to celebrate the differences, to see the diversity of experiences as colors on the grand canvas of life. When you feel the pull to compare, gently bring your focus back to your own heart, your own story, your own unfolding. You are enough, exactly as you are right now. Remember, too, that sometimes the greatest growth happens in the quiet moments when nothing seems to be happening at all. Those pauses, those in-between spaces, are sacred. They're the soil where your soul plants its deepest seed. It's okay to rest in uncertainty, to sit with questions without rushing to answer. Trust that in the stillness, your spirit is weaving the threads of your next chapter. Patience with yourself is a form of love and embrace that says, I am here with you, no matter what. So if you find yourself in a place of waiting or wondering, know that this is part of the dance, part of the sacred rhythm of becoming Dot. And while you're here, listening to these gentle words, I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, what do I need most right now? What would bring me comfort, joy, or a sense of peace? It might be a quiet walk outside, a warm cup of tea, a call with a friend, or simply a few deep breaths. Whatever it is, honor that need. Give yourself permission to nurture yourself in small, loving ways. Self-care is not selfish. It is a vital expression of your worth and your connection to the divine within. When you care for yourself, you're better able to care for others and to shine your light in the world. If you feel moved, I invite you to share in the comments one small thing you're doing to nurture yourself today. Your sharing could inspire someone else to pause and care for their own heart. We grow stronger when we hold space for each other's story, when we remind each other that none of us walks alone. Your words matter. Your presence matters. You matter as you continue to move forward. Remember that forgiveness is a powerful gift you can give. both to yourself and to others. Holding on to resentment or regret is like carrying a heavy burden that weighs down your spirit. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means releasing the grip that pain has on your heart so you can move freely. It opens the door to healing and peace. If you find it hard to forgive, be gentle with yourself. It's a process, a journey in itself. Sometimes it begins with a simple intention, a willingness to let go, even just a little. And from there, the heart slowly opens, like a flower turning toward the sun. There will be moments when you feel the call to step outside your comfort zone, to try something new or take a risk. That can be scary, and that's perfectly okay. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and choosing to act anyway. When you step into the unknown, you give yourself the chance to discover more about who you are and what you're capable of. Trust that even if things don't go exactly as planned, you are learning, growing, and becoming more whole. Every experience adds richness and depth to your story. And don't forget the power of gratitude. Taking a moment each day to acknowledge the blessings in your life, big or small, can shift your perspective and open your heart. Gratitude is like a gentle light that illuminates the goodness around you, even in challenging times. It reminds you of the abundance that exists, the love that surrounds you, and the miracles often hidden in ordinary moments. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your skin, the laughter of a child, the taste of your favorite food, or the feeling of being held in someone's embrace. These are gifts waiting to be noticed and cherished. As you practice gratitude, kindness, forgiveness, and self-care, you are weaving a beautiful tapestry of love around your life. This tapestry is a reflection of your soul's journey, a story of resilience, growth, and sacred connection. And it's important to remember that you are not alone in this weaving. Others are walking alongside you, each contributing their own unique thread. Together, you create a vibrant, living masterpiece that honors the divine spark within every heart. Now, take a deep breath and feel the steady beat of your heart. Let it remind you that you are alive, you are loved, and you are exactly where you need to be. Life will continue to unfold in its own perfect timing, and you have everything within you to meet it with grace and courage. There will be days of light and days of shadow, moments of clarity and moments of mystery. Through it all, your soul is learning, growing, and shining ever brighter. So keep walking gently, dear one. Keep listening to the whispers of your heart, the call of your intuition, and the quiet wisdom that flows through your being. You are a beloved child of the universe, held in infinite love and tender care. And as you move forward, may you always remember that the journey itself is the gift. The sacred dance of becoming who you truly are. With all my love, I invite you to pause here for a moment and simply be present. Notice what arises within you. As you sit in this space of stillness, what thought, feelings, or sensations emerge. There's no need to judge or change anything. Just observe with gentle curiosity. This simple practice of awareness is a powerful way to connect more deeply with yourself and the divine flow of life. And as you continue to cultivate this awareness, you might find that the questions you carry begin to soften. The fears become less sharp, and a quiet confidence starts to grow. This confidence is not about knowing all the answers, but trusting that you have the inner resources to navigate whatever comes your way. It's a steady knowing that, no matter what, you are held and supported. So if you feel comfortable, I invite you to share below one insight or feeling that came up for you during this moment of reflection. Your honesty can be a beacon of light for someone else who may be seeking reassurance or connection. We are all part of this beautiful unfolding, learning to walk with open hearts and gentle step. And as you prepare to continue on your path, remember that every breath is a new beginning, every heartbeat a reminder of your vitality, and every step an opportunity to live your truth more fully. You are a radiant expression of love, a unique and precious part of this vast, unfolding story. Now, as you move forward from this place of presence, carry with you the invitation to be gentle with yourself and with the world, knowing that true strength often looks like softness, and true wisdom often comes wrapped in quiet moments. The path may twist and turn, but your heart knows the way. Trust it, follow it, and in doing so, you will find that the journey is not just about where you're going, but about who you are becoming along the way. And so, with this gentle reminder, I leave you with a question to hold close as you continue. What small step can you take today to honor your heart's deepest longing? Let this question sit with you, like a seed waiting to sprout, ready to guide your next move in this beautiful unfolding of your life. And as you sit with that question, what small step can you take today to honor your heart's deepest longing? Remember that it doesn't have to be grand or complicated. Sometimes, the smallest actions carry the most profound meaning. Maybe it's as simple as pausing to breathe deeply, allowing yourself a moment of calm in the midst of a busy day, or reaching out to someone you care about with a kind word or a shared smile. Perhaps it's setting a gentle boundary to protect your energy, or carving out a few minutes to do something that brings you joy. These little choices are acts of self-love, whispers from your soul telling you that you matter and your happiness matters too. It's okay if you don't yet know what that step is. Sometimes the heart speaks in quiet tones, and it takes patience and stillness to hear its true voice. Trust that the answer will come when the time is right. In the meantime, keep nurturing yourself with kindness and curiosity. There's no rush, no deadline on your becoming. Your journey unfolds like the petals of a flower, one delicate, purposeful layer at a time. And as you move through your day, notice the moments that make you feel alive. These are clues, little sparks, pointing you toward what nourishes your spirit. Maybe it's the way sunlight filters through the trees, the sound of a favorite song, the scent of fresh rain, or the feeling of soft fabric against your skin. When you recognize these moments, pause and let gratitude fill you. Gratitude doesn't just belong to the big milestone. It thrives in the tiny details that often go unnoticed. By tuning into these simple pleasures, you're aligning yourself with the flow of joy that's always present, waiting to be embraced. Sometimes, life throws unexpected challenges your way, and it's natural to feel overwhelmed or uncertain. In those times, remember that you are not alone. There is a deep well of strength within you, a light that never dims even in the darkest hour. When you feel weighed down, try to imagine that light gently expanding inside your chest, growing warmer and brighter. Let it remind you that no matter how hard things feel, you carry a resilience that has already brought you through so much. You are stronger than you realize because you are held by love. Love that is constant, unwavering, and infinite. And speaking of love, don't forget to extend that compassion to yourself as you would to a dear friend. The voice inside your head can be tough sometimes, quick to criticize or doubt. But what if you chose to speak to yourself with gentleness instead? What if you acknowledged your efforts, your courage, and your unique beauty? Even when things aren't perfect. This practice of self-compassion is like watering a tender seed so it can grow into a sturdy, blossoming tree. It's a gift you give yourself every day, and it changes everything. As you continue to walk your path, you might find moments when fear or hesitation arise. That's perfectly normal. Fear is a natural part of being human. Instead of resisting it, try to welcome it as a signal that you're about to stretch beyond what feels familiar. Fear often shows up right before a breakthrough, like a guardian standing at the threshold of a new chapter. When it comes, breathe deeply and acknowledge it without judgment. Then, remind yourself that you have everything you need to step forward, even if the ground feels uncertain. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to move through it with an open heart. Alongside courage, remember the power of connection. Reach out to others, share your story, and listen to theirs. There is healing in community, in knowing that your experiences matter and that you are seen. When you connect authentically, you weave threads of belonging and understanding that strengthen not just you, but everyone around you. You are part of a beautiful web of life, and your presence adds a unique and irreplaceable color to the tapestry. In those moments when you feel lost or unsure, turn your gaze inward and ask yourself, what does my soul need right now? Let that question be your compass. Sometimes the answer will be clear. A warm embrace, a moment of silence, a creative outlet. Other times, it may be a gentle invitation to simply be, without needing to fix or change anything. Both are valid and sacred. Your soul knows its own language, even if it speaks softly. Trust that the more you listen, the clearer its messages become. And as you listen, be open to the unexpected gift that life offers. Sometimes, the greatest blessings come disguised as challenges or detours. They invite you to see things from a new perspective, to grow in ways you never imagined. When you face difficulties, try to ask yourself, what might this be teaching me? How can this experience deepen my compassion, my strength, or my understanding? These reflections don't erase pain, but they can transform it into wisdom. You are a student of life's mystery, and every lesson shapes the radiant person you are becoming. I'd love to hear from you. What is one small step you feel called to take today to nurture your heart? Sharing your intention in the comments can inspire others and create a ripple of kindness and encouragement. Remember, your voice matters, and your journey is a precious thread in the great story of love unfolding. As you carry these thoughts with you, know that peace is always available to you, not as a distant goal, but as a gentle presence within. You can return to it anytime you choose, simply by breathing, by noticing the softness in your chest, by feeling the ground beneath your feet. Peace is your birthright, woven into the very fabric of your being. So, as you continue on, take heart in the knowledge that every moment holds the possibility of grace. Your story is unfolding exactly as it should, with every twist and turn, every pause and leap. You are growing into your fullest self, even when it feels slow or uncertain. Keep trusting the process. Keep honoring your heart and keep walking forward with love as your guide. And now, as you prepare to move into the next phase of your day or night, take a moment to feel the rhythm of your breath, steady, calm, and full of life. Let this rhythm remind you that you are connected to the endless flow of existence, that you are a vital part of this beautiful, breathing universe. Remember, too, that it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Reaching out is a sign of strength and self-respect, not weakness. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a quiet inner prayer, support is always within reach. You are never truly alone. And so, as your journey continues, keep your heart open to the miracles that surround you, seen and unseen. Stay curious about yourself and the world, and allow your spirit to dance freely in the light of possibility. The path ahead may not always be clear, but your heart knows the way. Trust it, follow it, and in doing so, you'll discover that life itself is a sacred gift, unfolding moment by moment, step by gentle step. With all this love held close, may you find courage in the quiet, strength in your softness, and joy in the simple act of being. And when you feel ready, bring your awareness back to this space. Knowing that you can return anytime you need a reminder of your worth, your beauty, and your infinite capacity to love and be loved. Now, take one more deep breath. And as you exhale, imagine releasing anything that no longer serves you. Old doubts, fears, or burden. Feel yourself becoming lighter, freer, more aligned with the truth of who you are. And in this space of openness, ask yourself gently, what new possibility am I ready to welcome into my life today? The answer may come softly, but it will come. And when it does, you'll be ready to receive it fully, with an open heart and a steady spirit. And as you sit with that question, what new possibility am I ready to welcome into my life today? Know that it is not a question to be rushed or forced. Sometimes the answers arrive like whispers carried on the breeze, arriving in moments of stillness or in the laughter shared with a friend. Other times, they come through gentle nudges, a spark of inspiration, or a feeling in your belly that says, yes, this feels right. Whatever form your answer takes, honor it by leaning into that feeling, by allowing yourself to be curious and open rather than demanding certainty or perfection. Remember, the journey of welcoming new possibilities is not about leaping into the unknown with reckless abandon, but about inviting life to surprise you in its own time and way. It's about cultivating a soft, trusting space within yourself where change can gently unfold. Imagine your heart as a wide open door, ready to receive whatever comes. Whether it's a new friendship, a fresh idea, a shift in perspective, or a moment of unexpected peace. When you hold your heart open like this, you make room for miracles to enter, often disguised as ordinary moments that, upon reflection, turn out to be extraordinary. Sometimes, embracing new possibilities means letting go of what no longer serves you. This can be challenging because our attachment, whether to people, places, habits, or beliefs, feels safe and familiar. But growth often asks us to loosen our grip, to trust that the universe has something even better waiting for us on the other side of relief. Imagine your life as a garden. When you prune the old branches, you make space for fresh growth, more vibrant and alive than before. Know that letting go is an act of courage and self-love, a way of honoring the sacred cycle of life where endings and beginnings dance together in harmony. It's also important to recognize that new possibilities don't always come wrapped in shiny packages or marked with clear signs. Sometimes they appear as subtle shifts in your mood or small changes in your daily routine that feel more aligned with who you truly are. Pay attention to these gentle signals. They are the breadcrumb, leading you home to yourself. When you notice these subtle changes, celebrate them. Each one is a step forward, even if it feels small or slow. Progress is not always dramatic. Often, it's quiet and steady, like the tide slowly shaping the shore. As you continue to welcome these possibilities, be mindful of the stories you tell yourself. Our minds have a way of creating narratives that can either uplift us or hold us back. Notice if you're telling yourself things like, "I'm not ready," "This is too hard," or "I don't deserve this." These are not truths, but fears. Dressed in familiar clothes, gently challenge these stories by asking, "Is this really true? What if the opposite is true?" Practice speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement as you would to your dearest friend. The language you use with yourself is powerful. It shapes your reality and your experience of what's possible. And as you do this inner work, remember that you are not alone. There is a vast community of souls walking paths just like yours, each carrying their own hope, struggles, and dreams. When you share your journey, whether through words, art, music, or simple acts of kindness, you create connections that ripple outward, touching hearts beyond your own. I invite you, if you feel moved, to share in the comments below one new possibility you're open to exploring or a small step you're ready to take. Your courage to share can inspire others who might be standing at a similar threshold, reminding them that they too can move forward with hope and grace. Sometimes, the path to new possibilities involves embracing uncertainty. It's natural to want to know what lies ahead, to have a clear map or plan. But life's beauty often unfolds in the unexpected, in the twists and turns that surprise us with lessons, joys, and growth. Embrace uncertainty as a friend rather than a foe. Let it remind you that you are alive, that you are growing, and that you have within you an inner compass that can guide you even when the road is unclear. Trust that your heart will never lead you astray, even if the steps feel tentative or the destination unknown. Alongside this trust, cultivate patience. Change rarely happens overnight. It's a slow unfolding, a dance between effort and surrender. There will be days when you feel like you're moving forward, and days when it feels like you're standing still or even stepping back. All of this is part of the process. Be gentle with yourself during the times of waiting and rest. Sometimes, the greatest work is done beneath the surface, in the quiet places where seeds are taking root unseen. Know that every moment, active or still, is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. And as you move through this dance of change and growth, keep your heart tethered to love. Love for yourself, love for others, and love for the world around you. Love is the fuel that lights your way, the wind beneath your wings, the anchor in turbulent seas. When you act from love, even the smallest gestures carry immense power. Smile, a word of encouragement, a moment of presence. All are expressions of love that have the power to transform not only your life, but the lives of those you touch. In times when you feel weary or uncertain, come back to this love. Imagine it as a warm, radiant light within your chest, glowing steadily no matter what storms may rage outside. Let it remind you that you are never alone, that you are infinitely cherished, and that you are exactly where you need to be on your journey. This love is your constant companion, your safe haven, your source of strength and peace. So, my beloved, as you step into the new possibilities awaiting you, carry this love with you like a precious gift. Let it guide your choices, soften your fears, and brighten your path. Remember that you are a magnificent expression of life itself. Unique, worthy, and deeply loved. There is nothing you need to prove or fix. You are complete just as you are, unfolding beautifully, moment by moment. Take one last deep breath now, feeling the fullness of this moment, the breath of life moving through you, the steady beat of your heart, the infinite love that surrounds you. Know that wherever you go, whatever you face, you carry this love within you. It is your light, your home, your truth. And with all this love held close, may you find peace in the quiet, courage in your softness, and endless joy in simply being. Walk forward with an open heart, trusting the journey, embracing the new, and knowing that you are deeply, eternally loved. Amen.